All right, here we go with publishing the results of the Schremmer Consulting Bootcamp. So, as you know, Schremmer Consulting offers Notion services both to companies as well as to individuals. And what I did here was test out the system I've built for myself with a group of people to get some market feedback. Right. So this here is a task that you're currently seeing in the work system, and here is the presentation. So I think the first thing I'd want to highlight is that central to the boot camp and sort of the philosophy of it is that we're trying to encourage taking action, because taking action is something that, while it can seem really easy, a lot of times turns out to be really hard, and so we procrastinate. So the goal is to increase taking action, and by extension, then to start building more discipline by making the building of discipline gamified, right? So the bootcamp was an idea I had to sort of test it out, so see what it would work like for others, close friends. And so I sent out connections to 12 people, and not surprisingly, only only a handful of them got back to me. So I got 7 people who got back to me, and of those 7 people, I'd say 5 were able to produce like some really interesting insights organically, all on their own. So let's have a look at the results of the Schremmer Consulting Bootcamp and what I was able to learn from it. The most encouraging thing was that there is this high achiever category. So these are the sort of people who really take to the system right away, and they want to use it. They want to get a high score. My hypothesis is that they know what they care about, and so it makes it fun for them. So if we look over here, we've got an example here with this was the best case with somebody who did 93 entries. That represents basically a whole quarter, right? And here there's some of the habits being tracked. You might find yourself like reflecting in one of these. Like a lot of us like to read, a lot of us like to spend some time in nature. And what's cool is that here at the bottom, you get the total percentage for each of these categories so that you can see which habits you're doing the most. You've got here a little summary with your average, right? And here, what I really liked is that there's a selector for what type of exercise did I do. So as you can see, this person took it really seriously. They've been using it. Clearly, it's like generating some value for them, and they're doing pretty good on tracking their habits. If we come over to this person, you'll see that they have a lot more habits that they're tracking, right? And here we can see they also have a slightly lower percentage of like completing their habits, but also they've got more. One thing that's interesting here is this person even also cares about what time they wake up, right? Which is something that on the other one, it was just a date. But here you actually have the ability to see like every hour, like, 3 a.m. That's pretty impressive. Must have also been a hard day because, it was only a 23% completion rate. So these are the high achievers. They take to it right away. And then for the others, there was less data, but some very interesting insights nonetheless. This is one that I really appreciated because you can actually see, based on the dates here, this what I call this ricochet effect, where you're doing it, you stop, and then you get back into it, you stop, you get back into it, right? So it's like this start and stop motion, which is something that I see a lot of people do, and it's quite natural to do it. Like I also sometimes just stop, and then I have to backlog the entries. So it's interesting to see both, how things come to a halt, and then how there's these little moments, these sparks that just like get it going again. And that's actually a very interesting insight because I think it's going to help me make sure that people close the gap, and like just take the little step and like get back on the horse or keep surfing the wave. So that was interesting. And then I think obviously to me, what was the most impactful was seeing all the different things people cared about. Because whenever somebody would work with me to set up their system, they would have specific things that like are unique to them. Here I found this like finding new art was important to this person, as well as what's the best new knowledge they gathered, right? So these were things that I'm not doing for myself, and it was quite inspirational to see other people do it. It just also it shows you what makes that person tick. What makes them unique. So where we track, we look. So that was pretty cool to see. And then I think the adventure component to it is also really meaningful. So this is something that I see in my own work where I can look back, and I also saw it here with somebody who put their own little nature-based twist on it, right? With some beautiful images for every single day, and then yeah, as you can see here, also a short stop and then bouncing back. So it definitely is a feature, and I think by making it gamified, I think people are much more likely to get back to it. So great to see other people tracking their adventures here as well, right? I chose not to share any of the ones that have pictures for privacy reasons, but it's beautiful to see people's life like in a little journal like this. It really makes it real. It's a great thing to share as well. I think if you have like other family members, for example, you can do it together. In fact, I kind of do that. So, what are the next steps from what I learned here in the boot camp? The first is that if this is to work, for the masses, there must be this proposal for weekly check-ins, because I think it's important to have this trigger to get back into it, and also to have this accountability system. So this is something that I think is pretty important. I checked in with people like maybe once, maybe twice, just to kind of see where they were going, and I just left it to its own devices. But I think to professionalize it, I would try to add some check-ins just to really solidify it. Simplify things. So I did a new layout for people so that it's easier to see the data, and to maybe have different views, but keep it simple has basically been the motto. And then the last thing that I'm seeing is that it'd be great for people to have access to more features. Like I think the graphs could make a big difference if people had graphs to visualize their data, and potentially to also begin using other systems. So I know that a lot of people have expressed an interest in using the enterprise solution, for networking, for sales, for job hunting. So there's lots of opportunities to do that as well. So in increasing the opportunities that are available to people as part of the boot camp. So that's pretty much it. I had a lot of fun doing this. It took roughly 3 months, I think, from the start where I had the idea to now publishing it, and I think it's been it's been a success. So I look forward to doing more work and getting more people enrolled into the Move system. So on that note, have a great day and have a sunny week. Thank you for listening. Bye.